Hello and welcome back to your favorite spoken English channel, Wisdom Spoken English. In this video, I'll be guiding you through some of the techniques and tips which will help you to speak English faster, fluently than you usually do. There are 10 tips that I would tell in this video. While speaking English, some of the issues that we face has already been told by me in the last video that I have uploaded in this channel. You may go through that in case you want to know the issues that you're facing at this time and some of the techniques which will help you to get rid of those issues. Here I will be talking about just to the point that what are the tips which will actually help you to diagnose your speaking issue. First is speak out loud and talk to yourself. See, when you speak, actually, it's just a game of words. The more words you use, the better words you use, the better your spoken looks like. Your communication skill is totally dependent upon your words that are chosen by you. So, and how do you come across the best words? Only if you read some of the important uh, like I would say essays, novels, newspapers, and anything which actually relates to you. Remember, if you read something which will not interest you, which will not liked by you, then you will not continue this habit for long. And remember, making a habit is really important. Reading habit is actually important for your spoken English. First point was to read out loud and talk to yourself. Read the things and talk to yourself about that matter, what you have read, what did you conclude from that, what actually you learned from that. Next point is listen to more English every day. If you will talk about this language is all about four skills. It's just about four skills, nothing less, nothing much. First one is speaking, listening, thinking, and writing. If you just do these four of the actions for a particular language, actually you'll master that within few months, I would say. It's not within few days, but it will take at least a month for you to master any language. Again, I'm telling you, speaking, listening, writing, and thinking. There's four actions. In those four actions, you may add hundreds of actions. While speaking, you may add several things. Speaking, the newspaper, reading the newspaper, talking to people, talking on the phone, repeating the statements said by someone. So from one action, you may create hundreds of actions. It's all upon you. So it was second point. Listen to more English every day. Third point is watch English movies with subtitles. At starting, I would prefer you to not to turn the voice on if you're watching any movies. I would suggest you to turn the audio off and see that subtitle and imagine that you are that character and actually those things are being spoken by you. What will actually happen is when you will read those things, you will try to express yourself. Actually, when you will be reading that, you will be also giving expressions since the character who is in front of you is he's also acting or she is also acting. When you will try to act by reading those sentences, you will actually try to express yourself in English. So it will actually help you. Fourth point is speak spontaneously but slowly. Remember, whenever you grab a chance to speak English, actually you choose yourself a best way. If you come across any situation where you are supposed to speak, never ever hesitate. This is your chance. If you will not initiate, you will never ever end. At least you have to take initiative, you have to start from somewhere. So speak spontaneously but slowly. At starting, when you see someone who is speaking fluently, don't feel bad. Don't feel that you should be at that point. It takes time. It's all about time. Next one is relax and hope for a positive attitude. Hope is everything. At the time when you are at low, I would not call it low. No level is low, no level is high. High level आज तक बना ही नहीं. So remember, whatever level you are in, you have to have a positive attitude towards yourself. You have to be positive that the level that I'm in, actually it took me so long to get this level. So have confidence upon yourself at that time. Next point is learn to study phrases, not the words. Remember, students or people who are watching this video, sir, it's not the words that you recall for long, it's phrases that helps you to create a sentence. Sentence is not a collection of words, I would say. Sentence is a collection of phrases. The better phrase you use, the best your sentence looks like. It's not that Rohan is eating pizza and you are eating mango. इस type के sentences नहीं होते spoken में. You have to make much more complicated sentences in order to impress the person who is in front of you, or to just have a satisfactory level of communication. So I would prefer you to learn phrases instead of words. If you're doing so, stop it. Learn phrases instead of words. 7 point is slow and deep learning is the best. People tell you to read books, but what you start doing, that you start reading some of the most boring books. You will choose Shakespeare at starting. Do you think you'll be able to understand them? Never ever. So start reading something which will actually feel interesting to you, which will interest you. Okay, so slow and deep learning is the best. Study less, but the study that you're doing, it should conclude much more, like effectiveness of that time. Utilize your time. It's not that if you'll study for more hours you'll understand much more, you'll speak much more. This is not how it works. You have to study for a very small span of time, but on that time when you are studying, try to gain all the energy that has been kept in that book. Try to gain all the knowledge that has been kept in that book. Eighth point is use real English lessons and materials. Don't download any PDFs that have been thrown upon any website. Choose a specific website and saw some of the most important videos. What I would say, that there are several channels, there would be several websites which will promise you to speak English, but at the time when they'll be explaining you, they'll explain in Hindi as well. Never ever choose them. What will actually happen is that you will feel that you are actually learning English, but what you are actually listening to Hindi. Try to understand this topic. If someone is promising you that he's or she is making you speak English by telling you in Hindi, how would you understand? You are actually learning Hindi. You are listening to Hindi. So how would you be able to understand English? It's not about just one language. I would suggest you to have all the information in English. Listen to English, speak English, think in English, write in English. It's all about 4 actions, just all. Ninth point is don't study too much grammar. What will actually happen is that you will end up with confusions. See, students, if you study too much of grammar, it's just ocean of knowledge. If you will drown yourself inside that, you will keep going inside. There's not a specific place where you will end. You will end up with extreme level of confusion. Try to understand the basics of grammar, but if it comes to extreme inside of grammar, never ever prefer to study that. What you actually need to study is tense, modals, and subject verb agreement, which is also called subject verb concord, and some of the basic rules. That's all. You don't have to go inside that. And last point, I would suggest you that don't be afraid of making mistakes. In each video I've suggested this point. The reason behind that was, when I was at my starting stage, I actually was afraid of speaking. I felt in case I'm speaking and someone is listening and I'm committing mistake, what impression am I making upon their mind? Never ever think of it. You're watching this video. After watching this video, you'll be watching next videos. You will not think about this teacher. You will think about that teacher whom you're looking. So let's try to understand this topic, that at the time when you're watching me, you're thinking about me. The time you will leave this video, you will actually leave and you will stop thinking about me. Same happens, students. The person who is in front of you, who is seeing you committing mistakes, he or she will think for a moment that you are committing mistakes. But after a few hours, for few minutes, I would say, when he is out of your range, he or she will not think about you. This is not this world works. No one has so much time to think about others. So whenever you're committing mistake, commit one more. Have too much confidence upon yourself. Keep learning with Business Spoken English. I will see you in the next video. Till then, thank you so much. Have a good day.